What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Wombo Combo Show. My name is Ben Kepler.
I'm Ben Uconis.
He's back.
I'm back.
I found him. He was lost in the woods, and now he's back. No, that's
Lost in
not actually what happened.
lost in a dream.
Lost in a dream or something like that. Anyways, guys,
Well,
what is
literally,
going
kind of.
on?
I just slept through my alarms last week. And it's just like,
Um, but I wanted to start out with something that I found as a very wild fact today. I don't do a lot of baseball myself, as you know,
Mhm. Yeah.
but I was watching some baseball coverage, and did you know that there are two MLB teams who are going to be who play in minor league stadiums? One is because of a rebuilding of a stadium. The
Uh
other
huh.
one's because they're getting moved around. I
Uh huh.
didn't know the
I know one of them,
who's one of them.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay is
Hmm.
one. Do you know who the other one is? They're
Is
being
it? Is it?
relocated.
Oh, I was say okay. So is the A's?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is the A's. The A's are playing in Sacramento right now at the minor
because
league
they're
stadium.
moving to Las Vegas, right?
Yes, they're
Yes.
moving to Las Vegas. But one thing that I thought was really funny is that the Tampa Bay Rays are apparently pretty good at baseball. I'm not a big baseball guy, guys.
Tampa Bay. The Rays have. They're normally decent,
They have
and
potential
they're
to make the
and
playoffs, right?
yeah, and like they're always good in their division. They always give like the Red Sox and Yankees a tough time.
Okay.
And they have a similar market to Pittsburgh.
And yet they're competitive. Huh?
Yes,
How weird.
but their payroll is much higher than ours
How
every
weird.
year.
We have the money for it. But
Yeah, we
anyways,
have
I I,
yeah. This,
I won't go down that route. But what I thought was really funny
sell
about
the
it.
team, Bob Nutting. Sell the team.
Yeah, Pirates fans out
Anyways,
there. One thing I did want to mention though is the fact that there's a possibility that there will be MLB playoff games played in a minor league stadium.
yeah, yeah, it's kind of bad.
I just think that's crazy.
Yeah,
In the United States, sorry, I like lost my train of thought there. In the United States, I can only think of 3 teams who play in a minor league stadium.
for
All sports.
all sports.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's those 2 baseball teams and then Utah, right? The Utah Hockey Club.
Yes,
'Cause
and
they
even in before they moved the team to Utah.
Mhm. Oh,
The
yeah, they played in Arizona.
Yeah, they played in a college
Yeah, the Arizona
stadium.
State Stadium. Yeah, they're absolutely right. Or not stadium, but arena. Yeah, you know
Arena,
what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah, yeah,
about.
yeah. They played in a
LG, what
college
is up? What
ice
is
and
up? Bruce, what
hockey
is up,
arena.
guys? We were just talking some random baseball facts. Guys, if you didn't know or haven't caught any of our live gaming coverage, we are going to have a little bit of a finisher of a season tonight.
Yeah,
A little bit of a final face off.
we're down to the final four in
Final
our
four.
Madden tournament or
Uh,
Madden franchise,
yeah, so
not
we
tournament.
got Bruce, we got myself and you.
Yeah.
Bruce is in chat here with us on TikTok.
What's up, Bruce?
And then Braden, who I just seen join in, is the other most
Nice.
likely
Nice,
person who's
nice,
going to
nice.
make it. His game hasn't gotten played, but his opponent kind of is flaking on him.
Uh-oh.
He's
Uh-oh.
16-1, so I would flake on him if I was him too. That means Braden will end up playing me. Anyways,
Yeah.
guys, if you are
Bruce is
into
also
gaming,
16-1.
what's that?
So Bruce is also 16-1.
I'm 17-0, so they can kick rocks. No, I'm playing. But if you're into gaming and haven't caught any of that coverage, tonight we're gonna be doing that. Should be around like 8:30, 9 o'clock. We'll get started with those games. So make sure if you haven't, smack on that follow button because we're gonna have some gaming coverage for you tonight. It's gonna be a fun time. But
I'm gonna
getting back on
try.
real life,
I'm gonna try to keep Bruce under 70 points tonight.
Bruce, he's gonna try to keep you under
Under 70.
70.
Let's put the line at 72 and a half. Over under.
70? You're gonna give him that many? I think he's got Justin Herbert back too. He's the Chargers.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I mean, dude, he's cooked everyone else he's played it.
he ain't
Like
played
he's,
me
he's
yet.
cooking. Man,
Um,
you wait.
Adam-
I don't think
Our
I
our-
give you a hard time in Madden. A little bit. Sometimes.
depends on the day.
Sometimes.
It depends on the day
when
and,
I'm when I'm smart with my throws.
and when I don't wear my glasses. No, I'm playing. Um, Bruce says if his Wi-Fi is good, then he'll be good to go. Adam is in chat.
Yeah,
He
I'm
is our residential Discord Adam Schefter, keeping us
Yeah.
up to date with all the latest news. Adam is in here saying, "How about Dak to the Steelers?" Because there was a NFL meme post that went around and got everybody confused this morning.
You do know today is
April Fool's Day. I
April
know.
Fool's Day.
I
Okay.
know. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I had
I
April
was just
Fool's
making sure
jokes
that-
originally. This is how I was gonna start the show. I was thinking about this earlier today. Since you weren't here last week, I was gonna
Yeah.
have you not be on screen to start, and I was gonna be like, "Yes, Ben has been unalived. Ah, he got in a 7-man bar brawl. He took out 6 of them, but the 7th guy just got him."
Seventh guy, man.
Anyways, happy, I guess, April Fool's Day to you guys. We're just April Fools. We don't have any April Fool's jokes for you. I'm a
No.
fool. I'm a fool in March. I'm also a fool in May. All the months. Josie, what's up, dude? Stuff I wanted to talk to you about, Ben. First, Aaron Rodgers. He's throwing passes. To
Yeah.
who?
To
DK
DK.
Metcalf.
Yeah, he is. Is that does that mean low key they got a deal in place already, or what is it? What does that mean to you?
I think that I'm going to give the same answer that Steelers owner Art Rooney gave. It looks like all signs are pointing towards he's going to be signing with the Pittsburgh
Yeah.
Steelers.
I think that means low key they already have a deal done. They just not signed in ink.
Yeah, I think so. Do you think that affects anything? Guys, we're going to be talking about Ben's mock draft 1.0. Do you think that affects anything for the Steelers draft pick that you had taken?
I think it does.
You think it does?
I
You don't
think it
think they would
does.
go quarterback in the first round if they go with Aaron Rodgers? It's not like a Jordan Love situation where they bring a guy in, have him sit behind Aaron Rodgers for 2 years with Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, no, because well, one, the Packers did that with Aaron Rodgers when they
Mhm.
drafted Jordan Love, obviously, and at the time, Aaron Rodgers was like, "I'm not going to be a mentor to this guy." So why would we think that he's going to be a mentor now?
Especially in this age when it's his last
like,
hurrah.
yeah, no, he's trying to go out with the sunset,
No, I agree with you.
like Peyton Manning, like a John Elway, trying to
I think
leave on a
that
high note.
he's just trying to self glorify himself. I don't really necessarily love that Aaron Rodgers is probably going to be coming to the Pittsburgh Steelers, but regardless of that fact, he's basically the
Yeah.
best available option who's left out there, unless one of these rookies is like an immediate starter that we don't know about.
Yeah. No, if this was 2 years ago
Mhm.
when he got traded to the Jets, right?
He did. I was thinking
Yeah,
about that
because
on the
this
way
is his
here.
first time in free agency. So when he got traded, if we would have got him then, like say we would have traded for him,
Right.
I would have been okay with that because he was coming
Then.
off back-to-back MVP seasons.
Right.
So,
Right.
but now after a major injury, even after a couple bumps and bruises this past season,
Yep.
his interception percentage has gone up. He's
A lot. I
he's
mean,
not,
his percentage was really high.
and just let's not completely forget the fact that he's 42 years old.
Yeah, Josie says not
Like-
even prime Aaron Rodgers
Yeah,
could save us.
Yeah, we're
Josie,
no,
I don't know
no,
about
I'm-
that.
on it. I mean, Josie, I don't think you're wrong. in
Adam says in
Anyway,
the
shape, or
chat.
form.
I think he's wrong. Rodgers, DK Metcalf, and GP. Come on.
Yeah, I think we would kill it. I agree with producer Paul there. Adam says this isn't the class to be really drafting a quarterback to mature and develop. And I kind of agree with that statement right there. This isn't really
yeah,
the
no.
draft class to be necessarily looking for that guy to sit on the bench. Jordan Love came out of a school that you could put him on the bench that he could learn more pro style of an offense, but already had the talents.
Yeah,
It
and
was
plus, I mean, just even with Tomlin, what quarterback has he ever developed?
none.
Not that him specifically, but like his staff.
His staff. No,
You
I
know,
get what you're saying there.
Whenever we ever developed a young quarterback.
LG says y'all need Carr for real. No, we
No,
do not.
You can
LG.
keep that sorry bum in New Orleans.
Yeah, 100%. LG, we need to get you into the Madden League, brother. I think you would have a great time with that. Ben, I know that we kind of wanted to talk about your mock draft here today. Other news that I did want to mention, this kind of just dropped within the last 2 hours. Calais Campbell,
Mhm.
defensive lineman.
Yes,
He has gone back to his roots. He's back with the Cardinals.
I did see that.
He's
But
re-signed
see,
for one more year.
it's just like I don't trust anything I see on social media on April 1st.
I know.
So like I just don't trust anything I see. Like even
came
by
from
like
him.
legit like pages.
Oh, yeah.
And, like,
You're still like,
people,
yeah, you screwing
like,
with me, bro.
And I'm just like, I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow and see if it's real.
Roethlisberger has unretired, and he signed with the Cleveland Browns.
But yeah, no, I did see that. He's 18 years. Calais Campbell.
LG, don't worry. After the Super Bowl, or for anybody who's a new viewer who's interested in it, Madden League after the
Yes.
Super Bowl, we're restarting, fresh teams.
Yeah, picking different teams.
And we're gonna start from the draft too, so that we can all pick players and have fun with the 2025 season, not replay the last season. Anyways, your draft, Ben. I did want to talk about that. You had some surprising picks in there. LG, who we were just talking to here, he's a Saints fan. You had a pretty wild pick for them.
I did.
Guys, I don't know if all of
I'm
you
not
have
the only
seen
one.
that.
I'm not the only one though.
I know that you're not the only one. Yeah, I know you're not the only one. But if you haven't seen Ben's mock one, go to our profile. It is there for you guys. You'll be able to see it. We're going to get it up on the screen for you to take a look at as we go through. But Ben, starting off your list, it kind of looked like the everyone's normal list. You took 1-1, the guy that everybody's taking 1-1. You got Cam Ward.
I don't think that's he's going.
I
number
think
one
that's
overall.
set in stone.
Yeah.
For the Cleveland Browns, you then went with another, I think, set in stone pick with Abdul Carter. Did you not?
That I did this time. I don't. That could change
Okay.
with the quarterbacks New York just signed.
Mm-hmm.
So they could do something similar what the Steelers might do, just skip on a quarterback this year entirely,
Right.
wait till next year's class.
You see them possibly trading out of that pick? I know there's been reports that the Browns could potentially trade out of that pick. I know that
Why
for a
would they,
mock
though?
draft, you don't really want to.
Why would they trade out of that pick?
That's what I'm saying.
It's either you get your quarterback that you love, or you get arguably the best player in the draft.
Yeah, between I was just gonna say this, between either Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter, one of them is going to be a generational player.
I think both of them are going to be
generational. Or both could be.
I don't think you can go wrong with either or.
Exactly. They're both extremely good athletes. But so you took the Abdul Carter pick for the Browns, pairing him up with Myles Garrett.
Yes, make that defense elite.
It'll be a problem for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll tell you that one.
It'll be a problem for everybody in the AFC North.
You see Aaron Rodgers getting out of the pocket away from Abdul Carter and
not.
Myles Garrett. So
absolutely not.
I could see that being a good pick for them. Who did you have going 3? Is it Shador?
Number 3? Yes, that's I still had Shador Sanders going 3 to the Giants.
Man, what a locker room quarterback room that would be.
Interesting,
dude. You'd start off with prayer because Winston and Russell Wilson would want to have a nice long prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Then you would have a motivational W speech, and then you're going out and it's like Giants Nation, let's ride.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I would not want to be Shador Sanders because I think you'd be between two big of characters.
But at the same time, if you're Shador and you do get selected by the Giants, your number 1 receiver is Malik Neighbors.
It is, but your number 2 wide receiver is one day.
I understand, dude. You just need one. You just need one, man.
I guess so.
You know, I mean, Tom Brady for years had 0 until he got Randy Moss.
Bruce says that he is actually a better quarterback than any of the quarterbacks in this draft. Bruce, come out to Pittsburgh. We're going to do tryouts. If you could throw a ball 60 yards, we're signing you, bro. Adam says the Giants run out to Sanders' music. What do you mean by that, bro? I'm missing. I'm missing part of that.
Sanders have his own. Does he just do his own music?
I bet you he does. Luke, what's up, buddy? Luke's a Chargers fan. He's always hyped me up on my Chargers gear. I've got some in the back here today.
I mean, the LT jersey.
It's just a dope one.
It's dope.
I've got. I just thought about this. I know that we're kind of off topic here today.
That's fine.
But I've got a really cool
podcasts are for, man.
Really cool quiz for you coming up. Not today, but it'll be coming up on the next episode. It's a little guessing game. I don't want to give you too much of the information, but it has to do with the draft as we're in draft theme this month. So look forward for that, guys.
Right?
Who did you have coming up for the Patriots?
Patriots, easy. Travis Hunter.
So you went back-to-back Colorado Buffaloes.
Yes, I did.
So they're both off the board in the first 5
both
picks.
off the board.
4 picks.
First 4 picks.
Now,
so because he's one, he's the best available player. 2, is he going to play both ways?
I think now if he went to the Patriots, I think that he would.
Yeah.
Because Stephon Diggs would be there. So the eyes would be less on him
Mhm.
as, "Oh, look at this new shiny toy we got," and it would be, "Oh, there's Stephon Diggs over here. We need to put somebody's gotta be on Stephon."
Yes.
And it would allow Travis to be a little bit less covered as a wide receiver. I
Well,
like that as a pick. Christian Gonzalez
so
on defense at cornerback,
yes,
pairing
having
them
those
up.
2 on either side.
Say less. I love it.
Yeah, Gonzalez is already like all pro level
Mhm.
type corner.
After missing a whole season being injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like Gonzalez a lot. Have Hunter on the other side. I think that would be a very, very good cornerback duo.
Absolutely, especially
Up
with the
there
fact
in
that
the
they already have people like Duggar playing safety. Like I
Yeah.
they're just kind of stacked in the defensive area after their
Yeah.
free agency and what they already had and what they added to it. So I really like that pick for you. What
So,
did
and
you?
they could always have packages for Travis Hunter on the offensive side
Yeah,
of the ball.
I think that
Like,
I
'cause,
think he
like,
plays no matter what.
Why
on
not?
offense.
Why not? Utilize his talents
Yeah, if you
on
have an
either
athlete,
side.
why not use it?
Yeah, because Dion played both ways a little bit, but I think Travis Hunter can do it more often than what Dion did.
I could see that. I could see that for sure. With your fifth pick, I think I remember it. I think it's what everybody is saying is going to happen. It's Will Campbell. Is that who you took?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's a safe pick. It's a good pick as well. To keep Trevor Lawrence upright and healthy because he did have an injury last year.
Who's that?
Trevor
Campbell?
Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, I'm
no,
sorry. I
Trevor
was reading the
Lawrence.
chat here.
So, just Will Campbell was the best offensive tackle, best offensive lineman in this draft. Probably.
100%. Even the Patriots' new coach. I don't know why I can't think of his name right now.
Jags.
Huh?
Jags.
I know, but the Patriots.
I
new
know. I'm
coach.
just reminding you who we're on. No, from Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel. Mike was doing his post coaches meeting that they had this week, and he was talking about
Very
Will
confused
Campbell,
there.
and he goes, "Dude, you can tell the guy's a left tackle." Because
Yeah.
they said they were like, "Could he potentially be a guard? Is he a center? is he like movable?" And he goes, "Dude, you watch his tape and you go, this guy's a left tackle. That's what he is.
Yeah.
What
No,
more do you want?"
He's a left tackle.
I just thought that was an awesome one.
What's that? I have YouTube up.
Oh yeah, Derpy says, "I think we need to persuade Rodgers to either sign with the Steelers or retire based on the criticism of having Permane brothers." Okay, Derpy. I personally think he just needs to retire. I don't think he should come to the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's my personal opinion. Dakota, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the family, dude. We do football and we do it all the time. Adam in chat says McMillan is starting to slip down there. He's starting
McMillan
to
is
fall
slipping.
down the board.
He's slipping on a lot of draft boards in mock drafts that I've seen.
We'll have to see
So-
where he comes up on yours. Who did you have coming in at 6 to the
Number
Raiders?
6,
I think
Raiders.
it's easy.
Ashton Genty.
Yeah, I think Ashton
Like-
Genty is a plug and play for the Raiders
Yeah.
immediately. I think that's
They're-
what they're going with.
They're looking for their next great running back,
Mhm.
and I think they go with Ashton Genty there at that spot.
It's going to be Genty and
So-
Mostert. That's going to be the game plan.
Yeah,
Unless somebody trades ahead of them.
The smart one. That's a
Mhm.
smart one, right? Because Mostert's good in a limited role.
In a very limited role because of his age. But yes, I mean, 2 years ago, he did lead the league in rushing touchdowns.
He did.
So
Like what, 22, 20?
he had a lot of
It
touchdowns.
was over 20.
Who'd you have at 7?
Number 7, Tyler Warren to the Jets.
I know Colts fans in chat are not
No,
going to like this.
Colts fans are not happy about that one, but Jets fans are
I think they would be too.
because
They don't have a tight end.
they don't have a tight end, and their new quarterback, Justin Fields, loves throwing to tight ends.
Yeah, I think it would be a good fit for them. Adam in chat says, "Boo."
So
Dakota's a Steelers fan. Let's go, Dakota. Jets fan. April Fools. Adam says.
So, but yeah, no, I mean, and for the Jets there, I mean, they just to get another pass catcher.
They need a
outside
second
of,
pass catcher.
Garrett Wilson.
I mean, if you look at what the Jets have at this moment in time on offense, it's Garrett Wilson, it's the running back, and it's Justin Fields. Their wide receiver too. You know who that is? It's
No.
Alan Lazard.
It's still Alan Lazard.
Mhm,
Yeah,
it sure is.
he
They
is-
don't have a tight end.
Alan Lazard is nothing without Aaron Rodgers.
And they played together basically their entire
Yeah, I
career.
know. So
Mhm.
like, whenever Lazard hasn't had Aaron Rodgers,
He's a nobody. No, I absolutely agree. Somehow he'll end up on the Steelers in one way, shape, or form if he signs here.
right.
So with your number 8 pick, who did you have coming in?
The Panthers took Barron, cornerback from Texas. At number 8.
Okay.
I have them taking Barron.
Panthers definitely need to add on defense. Me, new
So-
Panthers fan, been looking at them. Defense. Now, defense is a huge thing for them. I will say that a report came out today. The Panthers did try to trade for DK Metcalf ahead of the Steelers. Were going to offer him a higher money contract and for longer years. However, problem was draft pick they were willing to give up was higher than the Steelers. So that's why it didn't go their way.
You mean
They-
lower?
Higher number.
Well, so lower, technically.
No, lower would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, that's a high draft pick.
What did I say then?
It's just the high. So with the
It
way
was
the
a higher
draft,
number. It was
the
a
way
higher
the draft
number.
works.
Hey,
If you have a
we
low,
don't-
if you have a low number, that's a high draft pick.
All right. If
If
that's
you
how if that's how
have a
you want to
bigger
word
number,
it. Anyways,
that's a lower draft pick.
anyways, they tried to trade for DK Metcalf. They wanted to send a higher numbered draft pick than the Pittsburgh Steelers did in the second round. Obviously didn't end up with them. They do need offense. However, I do like this pick because putting
I like
in
this pick a lot too.
another safety on the opposite side of JC Horn, I think would fill in perfectly well. They do need a safety though.
They do need a safety.
So that's my only thing
So-
with them is they don't have any good safety.
Yeah.
Who did you have coming in with your next pick?
The next pick is the Saints,
Oh boy, here we go.
and they are taking Jaxson Dart, quarterback, Ole Miss.
Do you think it's a reach?
I think
It's
it's
a
a huge. I
desperate
think I
reach?
think it's a huge reach because I think the Saints are desperate for a quarterback, just like the Steelers are.
Yeah, I mean they do have Derek Carr, their guy on the roster, who isn't really the greatest, and then they do have
No.
Spencer Rattler in the background, who was absolutely
Awful.
abysmal.
And the other kid,
Yeah.
Hayner.
Adam says, "Holy third round reach." He says,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I could
Yeah.
see that being. It is a reach. The way that people in NFL.com and PFF are saying it. It's now that because of the desperateness of teams for a quarterback,
Mhm.
it makes these guys a maybe first or a second round pick, but in reality, they're a talent of a third in a normal draft.
Yeah.
So
So, and who knows? I mean, it could be worth it. It could be to take Jaxson Dart at that spot. In my opinion, I think he is the third best quarterback in this draft.
100%, I think he is.
So, but at 9 overall, I mean, I think they could. I think they pull the trigger on it.
Ye-
I really think they do
wow, LG
because they're like it's Derek Carr has no years left.
I think he's on the last. I think he's on the last year of his deal, and we talked about this maybe 3 or 4 episodes ago. Is that they are going to bring him back for his last season? It's going to be some sort of Saints voodoo magic restructure that they get money off of his contract. But I
Yeah.
think you do have a good point.
Well, they did. They already restructured.
Well, yeah, whatever it is, it's already
Yeah.
done. But I think that you have a good point in that bringing in Jaxson Dart while Derek Carr is still on the roster to have sort of a bridge transition play with
Yeah.
Derek Carr and this quarterback Jaxson Dart wouldn't be bad. It would be a massive reach, but if it pays off and Jaxson Dart's actually a
Yeah.
good quarterback, then who
They
cares?
got weapons.
They
in
absolutely
New
do.
Orleans.
They
They got
absolutely
weapons. They
do.
got Olave. They got Shaheed. They
Mhm.
still have Alvin Kamara.
Right?
So I mean, who knows? Maybe go get yourself a Jaxson Dart. See if he can mesh with those guys.
LG, our residential Saints fan, says we need the corner in the first round. Draft Milrow in the second, and that's what I'd like them to do.
It's not a bad option.
But
It's
he
not a
said
bad
low
option.
key he could see them doing what you're saying here
Yeah.
and drafting Jaxson Dart
Yeah.
early. So
So
who'd you have coming in at 10?
at 10 was I can't read. Mason Graham
Mason Graham, the best
D-tackle
D tackle.
going to Chicago.
And he's out of Michigan, if I'm not
He
wrong,
is
if I'm
out of
remembering
Michigan.
correctly.
He is out of Michigan.
Man, would that be a great person for the Pittsburgh Steelers to use to replace Cam Hayward in the
Yeah,
future?
but I mean, the Steelers would have to trade up
and
to
we
get
don't
him,
have the
and we're
picks to
not
do that.
trading up
No.
to get him. We
Absolutely
would
not.
have to forfeit basically our entire draft
Probably.
plus some
Probably.
to get to move up that far.
I will say that's a pretty decent ad for them.
So-
They already have
Yeah, no.
Grady Jarrett.
I
that
mean,
they added.
it's what I said in my little 32 for 32 on the Bears. They need to bolster the offensive line and defensive line. They did that. They did the O-line in free agency,
Mhm.
and it looks like, in my opinion, they're going to focus on the D-line in this year's draft, especially with that first overall pick.
Okay. Bears
Well, their
fans,
first overall pick.
let us know what you think about that one. Who you got coming up are we on 11? Am
We're
I right?
on. We are on 11 with the Niners, and the Niners will take Malachi Stark, safety.
So now they've
Georgia.
replaced their old boy, eh?
Yes. They replaced the loss of
Hufunga.
Hufunga with Starks.
I like that pick.
Yeah, I like.
Starks is out of Georgia, right?
Yes, he's out of Georgia. For me. It was between him and Campbell, the linebacker from Alabama, for that
Okay.
spot.
Jahid Campbell.
I feel like Starks is just a little bit better of a football player than Campbell
Okay.
at safety.
We just had LG talking about maybe needing a cornerback or safety there. He's probably like, man.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Man.
moving on to your 12th pick. Who did you have?
The Cowboys at number 12 are going to take Hampton, running back.
Ooh,
out of North Carolina.
You've got reaches here and there. These boys
Hey,
need to stretch
listen,
before this draft.
Jerry Jones loves his stars, and he thinks Hampton is going to be a star wearing the star in Dallas. Watch. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man.
You heard it here first. We'll make sure to clip this so when
Telling
it
you.
happens. By the way, we're having a live draft show, so make sure you're here for the live draft show. Red, welcome into the chat.
He's going to get the next Ezekiel Elliott with this pick.
Oh, we'll see what happens. I feel like they could go for a Travion Henderson in like the second or third round. But
I know. I personally would do that, but we're talking about Jerry World here.
you're right. Not to discredit or clown Amarion Hampton because he's being taken really high here.
I think it's a good pick. Still.
He's good.
I still think it's a good pick, but I think is it going to necessarily overall help the Cowboys in their situation? They lost.
According to Dak, they're one player away.
I don't think they're a running back away.
They're a lot of things away.
They're a lot of things away.
Yeah.
So, like,
random Cowboys fact. Do you know who CeeDee Lamb's quarterback was for maybe not his final year, but one of his years of college? Went to Oklahoma.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, dang it.
Yeah.
Anyways, who did you have coming up after the Cowboys? Is it 13, right?
Yes, 13 is the Miami Dolphins. They are going to take Josh Simmons.
Simmons
out of Ohio State.
Yeah, that's a good pick for them. And they have, I think it's Armstead they got from the Saints. They're pretty old. Their whole team's pretty old. They replaced.
They need to get younger on their O-line for sure.
Absolutely. And one thing that I thought that was strange that the Miami Dolphins did this offseason is they signed our guy, James Daniels, right soon as the free agency opened. He was one of the first guys
He got
signed.
a big deal.
He got a good deal.
Yeah.
He's making money. And
Like
he
a big
ain't
deal
played.
it was a big deal for him because
Mhm.
like he was rated low in every category for Pro Football Focus.
You realize he ain't played since like week 6?
Daniels?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was injured.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of who am I thinking of?
I'm not sure.
I'm thinking of Moore.
But James Daniels.
Yeah, he didn't
got
play.
he got a good deal in Miami,
Yeah.
and he hasn't played in a while because he got hurt.
Yeah.
I think he's still technically hurt and has a deal, 3-year deal, 2-year deal, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So,
but I
mean,
like that
James,
for the Miami Dolphins.
I liked him when he was healthy. He was decent when he's healthy.
Yeah, which was rare. Who did you have coming up at 14, brother?
14, Colts.
Colts.
The Colts replace EJ Speed with Jaheed Campbell,
Okay.
linebacker from Alabama.
Okay. Colts
With
fans,
the number 14 overall pick.
let us know what you think about that. Red
So-
says Baker loves his cheesecake. LOL. Is Warren gone? Yes, Red.
Warren went to the Jets at 7.
He has. This is his mock draft 1.0. Red. If you want to see what it does look like, we do have posted on the page. So just hop on the TikTok page. I couldn't think of what the name of it was for a second. Hop on our TikTok page. It's the very first video on there if you need to. Campbell is fair. He says, who did you have coming up next, Ben?
Next is the Falcons. This is where McMillan goes
Now,
to the Falcons at 15.
one of our viewers, he
Does not like this
he
pick.
doesn't like this that much. He's
Does
a
not like
Falcons
this pick.
fan. He had some words to say. I have ones that I don't think I can mention here on the podcast, but I will tell you this. He does not think wide receivers look. What did he want? Cornerback? Or was it linebacker?
He wanted an edge rusher.
Edge rusher. And I
Yes.
do see that the Falcons do need an edge rusher.
They
based
do
on
need
the
an
fact
edge rusher, and
Matt
if
Judon
you have seen my mock draft, a lot of them fell into the 20s.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So for the Falcons, you do have Tet McMillan finally as he
Yes.
slid down the board. Was a number top
Fif-
5?
He was predicted to go top 5, top 6.
And
And
now you have
he's
him
falling.
going
He's
15.
falling to 15.
Okay.
And he could fall further.
There is potential of that for
So-
sure.
He could fall further. And yes, the Falcons could go get an edge rusher, but I see them, at least for this mock draft right now, getting another young target for Penix Jr.
Ooh. Caden says he must be a Falcons fan. Caden in chat here says, off potential alone, Penix is the second best QB from the 2024 draft class. Do you believe that?
That's a hot take. I do not believe that just yet.
I don't either.
I don't believe
but-
that just yet. He did not play enough last year for me to actually have like a good grade on him.
He
Or
has
just-
potential, but I'll put it this way: Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, then Caleb Williams. Penix comes in fourth just because he didn't play very much. Who did you have next coming up on your list?
Next is the Arizona Cardinals. They take
Mm.
Ibuka, wide receiver,
Okay.
Ohio State.
I
They
could
pair
s-
up the Ohio State boys, Marvin Harrison Jr. and Ibuka.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that pick a lot.
I
for
like
the
that
Cardinals.
pick a lot. You got Benson who's coming to his own down there at running back. You still have James Conner. You got Kyler Murray. You got MHJ, and now you add
Mhm.
Amika on the opposite side with
So-
Trey McBride. I think that's great.
Yes, and if they wouldn't have signed Josh Sweat, I would have gone edge for the Cardinals here. But since they signed Josh Sweat,
Ooh,
that's my decision for them getting receiver here.
I made a mistake in my list
Did you?
for the 2024 prospects.
Oh boy, what'd you do?
I forgot that Drake May existed for a second, and he goes above Caleb Williams, in my opinion. It goes Daniels, Bo, then Drake May.
Yes, agreed.
That's
Agreed.
just where I'm at.
Agreed.
Who did you have up next on your list, brother? I like that Cardinals pick, getting a wide receiver, and
So
is it 17?
16.
Well, that
Now
was
it's
close.
17.
Okay, yeah, it's 17. Yeah.
So at 17, the Bengals are going to take Kenneth Grant, another D lineman out of Michigan.
I could see them doing that, or maybe taking an edge rusher, but I think you're in the right category regardless.
They're going to go D line,
Mm-hmm.
something on the D line, either interior or edge.
Right. They've gone
So-
with safeties and cornerbacks in the last couple drafts. I think it's time that they start to look at younger.
Yeah, they need to get younger on up front on their defense
Mhm.
for sure.
BJ Hill just got a new contract, but that doesn't matter. You still have to have multiple players. They have no depth on their defense.
Didn't
They
they
didn't sign
lose
any
their
big
best
D.
linebacker?
Hmm?
Didn't they lose their best linebacker?
Pratt? He hasn't been traded yet.
He hasn't been traded
He
yet.
requested a
he
trade.
requested a trade,
But he hasn't
okay.
been traded yet. They
Yeah.
did lose, obviously, one guy to retirement. That was Hubbard. And then
Yes.
they lost, well, not yet, but
Not
they
yet.
might lose.
So I know Hendrickson is up in the air because
Yeah.
he's requested a trade, and they say they're working on re-signing him as well.
but how do they work
But
that out? with all that
I
money?
don't understand how they do that after signing both their wide receivers to mega deals. Like,
Chat's going a little wild on Caden. They're trying to say, is this an April Fool's joke? Is this some sort of troll? Leave Caden alone. It sounds like he is just
yeah,
A fan of
he sounds
Penix.
like our one buddy in our.
he's just a Falcons fan.
Yeah, he sounds
Let
like
him
our
be a
one buddy in
Falcons
our. Yeah, he sounds like
Kurt.
no, Frank Ivanovich.
Oh yeah, Frank. Frank also
They don't want
loves.
to drop his name.
Yeah,
Because they don't want to
yeah.
just randomly drop names.
Oh,
on the
that's all
internet.
right. They don't know who
But-
Frank is.
Yeah,
Frank
no.
loves.
I don't know, Frank.
Loves
he
him.
loves Penix Jr.
Jake, what's up,
So
buddy?
I think he would love to get him a nice weapon.
Oh, 100% a
So-
big player like that. Who did you have next on your list, man?
Next, the Seahawks take Matthew Golden, wide receiver out of Texas.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
This is another one where they could go edge.
Yeah.
But I just see them. This is an offensive-driven league now. Heavy passing game anymore.
And Jake Bobo
So-
can't be your wide receiver.
Yeah,
three.
Drake Bobo cannot be your wide receiver 3.
That's all you
So,
needed to say, right?
yeah, if Matthew Golden is your wide receiver 3, I feel really good about that with Cooper Kupp and JSN.
Yeah,
as well.
100%.
So-
he's a deep threat. Golden is. So I
Yeah.
do like that pick.
Ran was it the fastest time in the draft?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. He ran the fastest.
He
time in
ran the
draft.
fastest, at least for an
As I
offensive
talk
player.
faster.
Who did you have coming up next,
So-
brother?
Next, Tampa Bay Buccaneers take Will Johnson, cornerback, Michigan.
Oh, really? I didn't even pay attention to the fact that he has fallen this far.
Mhm.
Will
He's-
Johnson.
I mean, and he's been falling in mock drafts just because of he got injured,
Okay.
so he didn't play a lot
Okay.
last season.
Right.
So he has been falling just because of lack of tape, I guess.
Man,
But
Tampa Bay gets a steal.
but
Will
that
Johnson's
is a
dog.
steal. That is a steal. I like that pick. And if honestly, if the Colts don't take Campbell at 14, I could see Tampa taking Campbell at that spot.
Okay, yeah,
well.
yeah, the linebacker out of
So,
Alabama. Yes,
I love the Will Johnson pick for them. It helps them with their corners. So
100%.
because they don't need anything really offensively.
No,
Running
Tampa's
backs,
pretty well set.
running backs are good. Even though Rashad White,
They're very good at the draft, though.
yeah,
Tampa Bay, they're
Yeah.
really good at draft.
I mean Bucky Irving was a 3rd round pick.
Yep.
And
Third
he
or
was
fourth
he
round
was a
pick.
huge contributor.
Pittsburgh Steelers
last
need to do
season.
that this season. Who'd you have coming up next?
Will they? So the Broncos are up next. They are going to take Luther Burden III,
Oh, really?
wide receiver, Mizzou.
I did not expect you to go that route, but okay, yeah, that's a
Mhm.
that's a good ad
So-
with Luther Burden. Now, I 1 second. I've been watching a lot of tape on Luther Burden,
Yes.
and it's purely because I've seen all the other guys' tape a lot.
Mhm.
But Luther Burden, I'm like, where's all his tape, bro? Why can't I find any tape on him? So I went and found some tape on him. It went last year, not the year just happened.
Yeah.
The year prior, 1,000+ yard season.
Mhm.
Okay. He's a slot wide receiver merchant. He's just a really fast slot wide receiver. I
Yes.
thought he was an outside burner
No.
that you lined up maybe, on the left side and just Jameis Winston chucks him the ball every
Yeah.
week.
So,
No.
but they have a clear cut outside guy with Sutton,
Mm-hmm.
and then get Burden in there, put him in the slot,
Sure.
have a nice burner.
You have Devon
that-
Belay
and-
as well. Probably
yeah.
play the other position.
And, yeah. So I feel like if Denver decides to go wide receiver, I feel like that's the best option.
Yeah, it probably
According to
is.
my mock draft, because
probably is.
Ibuka's gone, Golden's gone, Ted McMillan is gone. I don't think they necessarily love Loveland, the tight end from Michigan.
They don't need him because they got Evan Ingram.
Yeah, and they don't need him because
Right.
they did sign Evan Ingram.
My only thing that I would have said out of it, but you already had him drafted up at the Cowboys, is I think that Hampton has a large chance to get taken in the first round by the Denver Broncos because they're another one of those teams that really don't need anything other than 2 things:
Mhm.
a running back and a wide receiver. That's all they
Yeah.
need.
But I mean, for the running back, I think Denver can wait till the second round,
Absolutely.
third round. Get if Henderson falls to them, Judkins as well.
Yeah.
Even wait even longer. Get an Ollie Gordon,
No.
Oklahoma
100%.
State. So like they can wait on a running back. Teams can wait on a running back. So I just don't think Dallas will wait on a running back. I think they will pull the trigger in the first round.
Yeah, because they're goofy. Frenchie, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate that.
All right, here's the good one.
Are we on the Steelers?
This is the Steelers, 21.
Sit back. if
This
you're a
is the
Steelers
good
fan.
one. Drum roll.
Who is it?
The Steelers take quarterback Jalen Milroe, Alabama.
Wah, 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 wah. It's a reach.
It's a huge
It's
reach.
a reach.
It's a huge reach. We are another team that is desperate for a quarterback. Desperate for a quarterback. We have been desperate for the quarterback ever since Big Ben retired.
Let me ask you this. So, what if, based on your draft, okay,
Mhm.
all of the quarterback needy teams
Yes.
have gotten a quarterback now,
Yes.
except for maybe you can consider the Raiders potentially, but they got Geno.
They got Geno. So
Frenchie wants to know, not Dart.
No, Dart. Well, here's the problem, Frenchie. He has Dart going to the Saints at 9.
Yep.
So we don't have that option. Red says he says, holy reach. This is worse than Kenny Pickett. But
I think it's slightly better than Kenny Pickett.
maybe. I don't know.
I mean, this guy runs a 4.37.
hear me out though. I was getting on this point. If all those teams already have their quarterback, and we can say maybe the Raiders don't want that pick, or maybe the Raiders want the pick that the Steelers have right then and there. What if the Pittsburgh Steelers trade out and just take Milroe in the second round instead and adopt like another third round pick? Like they trade.
I mean, if the Steelers really want to take Milroe,
Mhm.
that's the way I would do it. I would not. I didn't do any trades. I'm not going to do any trades in any of my mock drafts
true, it'd
because
be
that's
weird to
just too too unpredictable, and I just gonna leave the chips where they are
Right.
for our mock drafts. So at 21, I had the Steelers taking Milrow.
Do you like it?
No. No, I don't
That's
like
too
it.
funny.
But it's in my gut, in the pit of my stomach when I heard about Milrow's pro day and how he ran a 4.3740.
Mhm.
I went, shit.
Yeah.
That's our first round pick. That's it. That's our first round pick right there. That's what it's going to be.
Steelers are apparently
That is sitting deep in my
in your
stomach.
gut.
It's in my gut,
Mm.
and I hate this feeling because
Get
I
a
don't want
laxative.
them to do it. I would much rather I would much rather them go interior D lineman because
Me
there's
too.
guys out there to be had.
I want Derek Harmon.
I would love Derek Harmon.
Yeah, I think that'd be the pick for
'Cause,
me.
I mean, I think the guy from Ole Miss is still available. Is he?
Oh, yeah, Walter Nolan.
In my mock draft.
Yeah, Walter Nolan is also very good. He's the
Walter
other one.
Nolan doesn't even go in the first round in my mock draft.
Well, that's why you have a 2.0 that'll come up. Who did you have at 22? I think the
So-
Steelers pick is absolutely ridiculous.
It is. I love it though. Chaos.
Steelers
baby.
fans, let
Chaos.
us know. Do you think the Steelers could take Milrow in the first round? Is that a possibility? Is he crazy? Let us know.
Yes, I
Who'd
am.
you have at Who'd you have at
Don't
22?
if they do it though, you heard it here first. Anyways, literally, you heard it here first.
Yeah. You heard it here first. Yeah.
So the Chargers, Harbaugh is going to take his boy Loveland, tight end, Michigan.
I like that pick, and I think it's a solid pick.
That's a solid pick.
I think that it sounds too right.
Yeah,
Take
it's
your best
a
Michigan
perfect
boy.
fit. It's a perfect fit. They got Herbert. They got McConkey in the slot.
None of those good wide receivers that we could have
They-
taken
they-
from the
I
Chargers
was
at
gonna
that point were
say-
there.
Was it Quentin Johnston?
Quentin Johnson.
He's okay.
Come
He
on.
had spurts.
Come on.
He had spurts last year.
Just to be nice because we're on air. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, he did have spurts last year where he was good.
Yeah, 2 games.
2 games.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes that was the difference.
that is the
maker. That was
definition of a
difference
spurt.
maker.
He did
That
have
was the
a
difference
spurt.
maker for him in those 2 games.
He was on his fantasy team. He was.
for like 2 weeks.
The 2 weeks that he was good. That's why you have this
I
feeling.
dropped him, and then he had
Oh,
another
okay.
good week.
Anyways.
And then in our in our IDP league, I did have both him and McConkey.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, I drafted
Exactly.
McConkey, and McConkey stayed on my team the entire
Yeah,
time.
CLG.
But anyways, they take they take Loveland with their pick.
I like that pick.
So-
Frenchie and Chaz says roll with Mason and use the comp picks from Russell and Fields to move up next year. Yeah, Frenchie has a point. Next year, the Pittsburgh Steelers will accumulate 4 or I think
Yes.
it's the max, whatever the maximum is. I
Mhm.
believe it's 4.
So here's another thing that could happen. We roll with Mason and we only have like a 5-win season and we get a top 5 pick.
Yeah, but we're Pittsburgh Steelers fans, and we all know that we don't.
We
lose.
won't do that. We'll
Mm-mm.
go like some mediocre 9-8, 8-9. Well, if
9
we
and 8
go
and
8-9, that's technically Tomlin's first losing season.
So we'll go 9-8.
So we'll go 9-8.
Yeah. Who did you
great.
have coming up
Yes,
at
whatever.
23, brother?
23 is Malachi Williams
Oh,
from Georgia to
yeah, a linebacker.
the Packers.
Do they have him listed as edge or linebacker?
They have him as edge.
They have him as edge. Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
fair. It's kind of the
So,
same thing, but
yeah.
anyways,
So I think the Packers could also go wide receiver here, but I feel edge is more important. They need someone on their front 7 for their defense for sure.
right,
So because their defensive guys were getting old, they need to go get younger on their defense.
Did you have any other? I know we were going one by one. Did you have any other crazy picks in the first round you wanted to mention? There's one that I wanted to talk about, and that was your Detroit Lions pick. Was there any other ones that you wanted to make sure you spotted out before we end the show today?
Yes, Jalen Walker falling all the way to the Ravens for me at 27.
That is a crazy one.
Jalen Walker's he's predicted to go like top 15 in most mock drafts that I've
Okay.
seen, and him falling to the Ravens. Walker feels like a Baltimore Raven to me.
Yeah,
Like he's just a hard-nosed linebacker.
he's a hitter.
He's a hitter.
Yeah,
You know,
they do need to
someone-
replace Michael Pierce, but I do like that pick as well. I like
Yeah,
your
I think
James
that
Pierce
him
Jr.
and-
pick.
him and Roquan Smith in Baltimore, I think, could be
pretty dope.
Yeah, pretty dope pairing.
Yeah, that would be a good.
Yeah,
That would be a pretty good pairing.
Oh,
But I like that James Pierce Jr. pick to the Lions.
I do.
I think putting him on
I
the
do.
opposite side of Hutchinson would be crazy. I don't know that he falls that far in reality, but I do like that pick because in the imaginary world, I'm imagining just sacks on sacks on sacks because
Yes.
James Pierce Jr. is an extreme athlete. Producer Paul's given us the knock knock. Hey, hurry up.
Hey,
He's given us the cut it. Which I can, well, we have just what we
I
have to do.
guess.
Guys, if you are interested, make sure you tune in. We have our Madden tournament coming up later tonight. Make sure you slap that follow or subscribe button so you get the notification when we come back live with those games. It's going to be the AFC Championship, NFC Championship, followed by a Super Bowl right afterwards. Should be a fun time. Hope to see you there. Again, this is the Wombo Combo Show. Thank you for watching, guys. Look for the content to drop here this week, and we'll see you on the next one.